Philippine literature is a diverse and rich group of works that has evolved side by side with the country's history. The rise of nationalistic pride in the Philippine literature during American regime in 1898 to 1941 about this change of attitude among a new breed of Filipinos concerned about the Filipino identity. The coming of the Americans here in our country was the beginning of the Philippine literature in English. We can divide the period into three time frames, namely period of reorientation in 1896 to 1910, period of imitation in 1910 to 1924, and the period of self-discovery and growth in 1925 to 1941. Many Filipino authors was mentioned in every period. The writers in English imitated the themes and methods of Americans. One of the authors mentioned in the second period was Carlos P. Romulo. His full name was Carlos Peña Romulo. He was born on January 14, 1898 in Camiling, Philippines, and died in December 17, 1985, and was buried at Libingan ng mga Bayani, Metro Manila, Philippines. Romulo was a Filipino soldier, journalist, diplomat, author, and an educator who devoted his life to global peace and security. He also a reporter at the age of 16, a newspaper editor by 20, and a publisher at 32. He studied at Camiling Central Elementary School during his basic education and graduated at University of the Philippines, Manila, where young Carlos P. Romulo led the first student protest in UP. He also graduated at Columbia University. Romulo has been named as one of the Philippines' national artists in literature and was the recipient of many other honors and honorary degrees. He also perhaps among the most decorated Filipinos in the country as he won the Pulitzer Prize for Peace. He has been awarded 72 honorary degrees and 144 awards in different institutions and foreign countries. Romulo received both Purple Heart and Silver Star medals by the U.S. military for his gallantry in action against an enemy of the United States. He also won Nobel Peace Prize nomination in 1952 for his contribution in international cooperation. The list of some Romulo's awards and prizes. Romulo was a tireless advocate for the Commonwealth. He was also a former journalist whose voice of freedom. He was a co-founder of the Boy Scouts of the Philippines and the General of U.S. Army and Philippine Army. Romulo was President of the General Assembly of UN in 1949 to 1950, and in 1952 he was named as the Ambassador to the United States. He served 8 Philippine presidents as a Secretary of Foreign Affairs. He also the representative of the United States and to the United Nations. He served as the President of the University of the Philippines. He also served as the Resident Commissioner to the U.S. House of Representatives during the Commonwealth era. Romulo served as a member of the Council, and during the month of January 1957 was its chairman. In addition, he served also as the Secretary of Education in President Justado P. Macapagal and President Ferdinand E. Marcos' cabinet through 1962 to 1968. There are many literary pieces that Romulo's have been published. One of his works was entitled I Saw the Fall of the Philippines. It is all about the story of 17 million Filipinos who cast their lot with America when the hour of danger struck for the American flag. The story of 7,000 American soldiers and 75,000 Filipinos against 250,000 Japanese, a hopeless fight by men who gradually lost hope as their numbers shrunk, and more Japanese poured down the hills and scaled the cliffs of Bataan. I saw Filipino boys I knew and loved blown to shreds before my eyes, as one American soldier put in, chopped like rats but dying like men, according to him. Ability to tell the truth. When Carlos P. Romulo was writing the book, he based it on his diary kept during the battle in the Philippines. Carlos P. Romulo was a soldier, but he wrote this book as a journalist. He narrated all of his experiences as the Japanese bombarded the Philippines and when they are attacked in Bataan and Corregidor. He witnessed how the Philippines, with the help of the Americans, fought bravely and survived the brutal force of the Japanese. He narrated how Japanese continuously harry Manila as Christmas season approaches. Carlos P. Romulo was one of the witnesses on Japan's conquest of the Philippines is often considered the worst military defeat in U.S. history. About 23,000 American military personnel and about 100,000 Filipino soldiers were killed or captured. All in all, Carlos P. Romulo has a big contribution in Philippine literature.